I built medieval and fantasy battles in every terrain. There are 7 small builds, each featuring different knights or beasts, and I had just 1 hour to complete each one. We'll get the only man-made terrain out of the way first, so here I've made a small well that would be in the middle of the village. The base is made up of loads of round 2x2 plates, joined to 3 4x4 round plates, which are then joined to 1 6x6 round plate. This style of base was very new to me, as I usually just build with straight edges or wedges, and I had to go with the fantasy era crown knight for this mock, and he is defending the village against a nasty troll. Next I built a small fight scene within the forest. I've used a snot technique at the bottom of the base and plates on top to add lots of vegetation, and the yellow raven knight stands out nicely against the green forest. And he's fighting against this purple custom knight. I've recycled this tree in a few of my last mocks because it's actually very sturdy. Next up is the water terrain. I wasn't going to make them fight while swimming, so I built a small section of a dock where a Viking and an old crown knight are fighting one another. And further out, I've started to change the colour of the water to a darker blue to make it look deeper. This was the first mock that I made when building everything for this video, so I felt like it was a bit of a warm-up. I saw a technique online to create this mini sand dune effect here, and using the red lion knight to fight against a scorpion knight made it look like a crusade. And I've used sandy colour tones to show that the vegetation receives less nutrients here. Next up, we find ourselves in the complete opposite location. I've built very basic rockwork on top of a round base so that I had time to use my favourite snow technique. And of course for this battle I've taken inspiration from Game of Thrones and built a wildling fighting a member of the Night's Watch. And for this swamp build, I used a similar base to the desert and the same technique to raise the burnt trees off the ground. The overall look I wanted to achieve for this was as if a dragon had flown in and burnt all the trees and residents, and now new life was starting to grow again from the ashes. Lastly, I've built a scene by a river in the jungle. This one is set in feudal Japan, mainly just so I had an excuse to use this hairpiece. I've made lots of bamboo shoots and also this pergola. I'm not sure why there'd be a pergola in the middle of the rainforest, but it's here to stay. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favourite, or if you hate any of them, because I am a big boy after all. And I'd love to make a part 2 as well, so if you have any other ideas of different terrains I could make, then leave them down below as well.